Hi, everyone. This is the Shawn1113 podcast show, recorded October 28th, 2025. Thank you for listening, wherever you may be, anywhere and everywhere in the world, on whatever platform you may be listening to. With that, shall we converse, shall we? But before we do, though, please hit the five-star rating, comment below, and share this video and share this podcast. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little exhausted. You're gonna have to bear me wait a little bit because I just saw an entire 18-hour, 18 inning. I saw a little bit because it ended almost 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So it was something else. The Dodgers versus Blue Jays game three. So that was some game. It really was. And the Freddie Freeman home run was pretty ironic that he did it again. So we'll see what happens game four and the rest of the series of the 2025. But so far, so good on that one. That's all I got to say about that. Like I said, see the highlights. You're probably better off seeing the highlights than seeing it for the next 6 hours because that's how long it lasted. Almost 6.5 hours or so. With that, we got a lot to talk about, including that NBA scandal. But first, let's go to college football. Brian Kelly getting fired. No surprise there. His team, the LSU team, has pretty much, just pretty much digressed to that point. And I think he would have been gone at the end of the season anyway. So we'll see what happens at LSU. The real deal is Bandy is a pretty big deal right now. Barely beat Missouri. We got Georgia. We got Miami, um, Tennessee, and Oklahoma. We got a lot. Again, Ohio State's probably be the front runner right now at this point, and we'll see what happens there. I do agree with a lot of the rankings as well um, of this week. The college football rankings are pretty much in line, except I don't know, still don't know why Texas is still up there, and they won, barely won their game. And I do mean barely win their games these days. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. See there, but a little bit of a blank. We're going to go to the Premier League right now at the pitch. Right now, Arsenal is now up in front. Liverpool is losing the last four games. I don't know what's going on with them, but Arsenal, can they hold on to the lead against a Bournemouth team that is pretty much surging? So it's Tottenham, Sunderland, Man City. With that loss to Aston Villa, ooh, Man United's coming along, maybe for the first time in a while. Speaking of Aston Villa, they are in eighth. Aston Villa, I mean, Aston Villa in eighth. Chelsea and I'm Crystal Palace 10. At the bottom, the same three that has been there. I'm asking for Nottingham Forest to stay in the league. I don't know if that's what's going to happen. We'll see in the Premier League at the pitch. Again, the college football rankings. I think Indiana might be the real deal, and Vanderbilt. But like I said, I agree with all the rankings right here, except ooh, except maybe Vanderbilt, BYU. I mean Vanderbilt, Miami, Florida. We'll see what happens though. Now, let's go. In the meantime, let's go to the college football pick six. Sean Steele's. Here we go. Cincinnati and Utah picking Utah. Georgia and Florida picking Georgia. Arizona State and Iowa State picking Iowa State. Miami and SMU, probably another trap game for Miami. But Oklahoma and Tennessee, good game in the SEC. I'm picking Tennessee. And then Vanderbilt and Texas, the game of the week to me. I'm picking Vanderbilt in that one. I really am. I think Vanderbilt is the real deal. I think Diego Poliva, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, might be a first round draft pick. I don't know. Now gone to the NFL, especially after a very uneventful, for the most part, very uneventful week 8. That was mediocre at best, except for the Jets and Bengals. Congratulations to the New York Jets and being in the win column for the first time. Also, R.I.P. Mick Mango. Hopefully, there'll be a better week 9 than the one that was last week. So let's hit the Shawn Steele's NFL NFL predictions week 9. Baltimore and Miami. I don't know which Miami team is going to show up. They did. My Dolphins did play much better. I mean, their best game, their most complete game of the season by far this against Atlanta. I don't know if they're going to win, but I'm going to pick Miami. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to pick Miami over Baltimore. Chicago and Cincinnati. I'm going to pick Chicago. New, Minnesota and Detroit picking Detroit. Carolina and Green Bay picking Green Bay. Denver and Houston picking Denver. That's kind of a trap game for Denver, to be honest with you on that. Atlanta and New England. Which Atlanta team shows up in that one, but I'm picking New England. San Francisco and New York Giants picking San Francisco. Indianapolis and Pittsburgh picking the Colts. LA Chargers and Tennessee picking the Chargers. New Orleans and the LA Rams picking the Rams. Jacksonville and Las Vegas, I'm picking Las Vegas. Kansas City and Buffalo picking Buffalo. Seattle and Washington picking Seattle. And Arizona and Dallas. I'm going to pick Arizona in an upset. That's the Monday night game. So that is Shawn Steele's NFL NFL picks week 9. Now let's get to the NBA and this scandal. There is nothing new about this. Nothing new about it. And I think it is now it's more to see. And of course, a few years back, the Supreme Court said to legalize gambling, and it shouldn't be a shock. It shouldn't be a shock that this is widespread. It's probably more widespread in all of sports. Of course, if you look at the Black Scott scandal in 1919, it's been all over when it was illegal in most states, which is now legal, of course, in most states. Um, you will see that there is more to see with the that type of gambling now than it is anywhere else. The thing that blew my mind away was all the things in the world of in poker. I'm not talking about all poker, professional poker, all the cheating devices underneath that table. What what what? I was I was blown away by that. All the devices in those poker games. Wow, wow. I don't even know what to say about that. I can tell you though, um, that was stupid. Why would you want to? I mean, why would you want to risk your career and your reputation over something that's allegedly illegal? I'm gonna have to say alleged here. Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, um, Terry Rozier. I have this feeling there's going to be some. This is alleged. This is just total speculation. I'm not casting aspersions. That's my disclaimer there. I have this feeling, however, there's somebody bigger. There's going to be a bigger name somewhere down the line that the FBI is going to say this person's name, who people have heard of, even the people who don't follow sports, that transcends sports, that transcends pop culture and entertainment or anything like that. Why do I have this feeling there's going to be a major name in this situation that might come up? That the accusation is going to come from. I don't know. I don't know I don't know who's going. I have no idea. But there's going to be a person that allegedly there's going to be a big name that will have that allegation as the NBA scandal continues. Oh, and by the way, on that NBA, good to see NBC, good to see NBA Prime. I saw some of that, and it was quite better than I thought it was going to be, and inside the NBA as well. So there's a lot of talk about that. So I'm gonna list. I'm gonna link something in the description when I get finished with this podcast. I'm gonna link the description to a former mafia person that can tell you about the NBA far more than I ever would. And I'm gonna put that link in the description. I think his name is Michael Franciani, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe another one with Tim Donahue, the former referee who betted on NBA games as well. Um, well, that exposed some of that. So we'll see about that. We'll see how it continues. It's going to be very interesting to see how everything comes out. Um, that's all I'm going to say about that. And with that, that is the Shawn 11 NHL ongoing, NBA ongoing as well. Plus college basketball coming up pretty soon as well. Um, a lot of things with that. Also, it does remind me of a scandal, if you look it up, called the Boston College porch shaving scandal that was in the early 1980s. Look it up. Look up Boston College scandal. And it'll probably more likely, when you look it up, when you get a chance to look it up, look at the scandal, that point shaving scandal in the early 1980s. That's all I'm going to tell you on that. With that, that is the Shawn1113 podcast show for October 28th, 2025. Be very safe out there. Be safe and sound out there. So, again, if you love this content, hit a 5-star rating, please. And share this. And share this wherever you go, like I'm going to do on X, what have you. And it is exclusively to the X Twitter channel. So make sure you check it out. Make sure whatever platform you're listening to the Shawn1113 podcast show. Again, thank you so much for listening. Please stay encouraged no matter what and live your life as normal as possible in an abnormal world. God bless you.